Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Kush Talk Season 1, episode number 5. I'm your host today, KJ. And with me today is Daniel Law, and he's my best friend, I think. Okay, and he is a Pilates instructor and he has a center at Bukit Jalil and helping people on post-rehabilitation. And today we are going to talk about our topic, Pilates in sports conditioning. So Daniel, please introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. My name is Daniel. Thanks for Gajun inviting me to this forum, this talk. Back to a few years ago, about 5 to 6 years, I started my career as group exercise instructors, and then subsequently I become yoga teacher, personal trainers, and also several certification as well, like barefoot training. I AAF and also the biomagnetic method. So back to 2 years ago, I started exploring Pilates workout, and it's helped me to rehab my ankle because I injured my ankle before. That's why I moved into the Pilates world.
Okay, but based on your background, right, you have a lot of certification. So yeah, very surprising. Okay, so since we are talking about the Pilates in sport conditioning, right? So I would like to let my audience know that what is Pilates, and is Pilates like yoga? Because I heard like sometimes when I didn't meet you before, then I heard that Pilates is like a yoga, something like this. So have an explanation about this.
Yoga is more like meditations, and it's back to 3,000 years ago that create this philosophy to bring the healthy lifestyle to publics, and it's what like more into the static movement. We see is very passive movement when you doing yoga, like we hold some pose in 5 breath, 3 breath, and we end with the meditations. Pilates is slightly different. We have a lot of Western scientific anatomy to back up our workout, our movement principles. When I study at Pilates, we learn a lot of movement principle, and our Pilates is based on 6 principles: breathing, precision, flow, and etc.
Okay.
So based on Pilates actually is very active. It wasn't a passive workout. So you see our workout is very active, no holding, and it's like a flow all the way from exercise one, and we connect to exercise 2 to create the whole sequence of workout.
It's a combination of the exercises, is it?
That's sequencing. We call it sequencing.
So what is the benefits of doing Pilates?
So Pilates help us to find postures, like we can sit properly, walking properly. It's more functional to our daily lifestyle.
So what makes you to become a Pilates instructor? As you you have mentioned about you have injured before, right, on your ankle. And what makes you go into the world of Pilates, right?
Yep. So Pilates actually is created from 34 Pilates movements, exercises created by Joseph Pilates. When Mr. Joseph created this workout, his intention is for those injured, like World War II soldiers. He worked a lot with them. That's why we see we have a lot of apparatures. So this apparatus actually is working on those with post-rehabilitations, like they already do the clearance from the physiotherapists and chiropractors. The chiropractors and physiotherapy, they will refer Pilates as the workout to maintain the movements.
Okay, so just now you have mentioned about the physiotherapy and then Pilates, they have a link between these two, right? So do you think that Pilates is one of the fastest growing methods of exercise, and why?
Mm, I foresee coming a few years later on, our physiotherapists and chiropractor will also join our Pilates community as well because our Pilates work a lot with the stabilizations, working with the muscle, and and a lot of more. So yes, it's definitely is a trend coming soon, but we still lack of awareness in Malaysia. You
Hmm.
see, for Taiwan, they're already starting to uh, exploring the Pilates method, and it's really how a lot of people recover from the rehab, and also to maintain in long term how to move properly. Because most of the clients they come to me because they already go through the physiotherapy sessions. They want to maintain the joint health, the movement pattern in better way, so that they will come to our group class to maintain their healthy lives, healthy movement on exercise from exercise, Pilates exercise. Because most of the others fitness movement are really fast paced and it's not positions we see before. Because now our Pilates classes is only less than 10. The idea is 6 because I can pay a lot of attention on those injured.
Okay, so before I start to have an interview session with you, right? I did some homework. So regarding that, what is the I have a question on what is the classical Pilates, right, and the contemporary Pilates, and is there any difference between both?
But between both is like classical is more to close to work that done by Mr. Joseph Pilates. The breathing technique and the movement that create that time might not suitable to do the rehabilitation for current uh, environment. Why I say so? Because nowadays we log into a phone a lot, look into a computer a lot, and this definitely will destroy our movement and also the the structure of the bones, how we go and stand properly, how we're going to sit properly. It's make a lot of difference. Back to many years ago, many people they don't have a phone, right?
Yeah.
So classical Pilates is not to say it's not suitable to current, but contemporary will be in, evolved to be more suited to what happens surrounding us. That's why a lot of physiotherapy, even though there are Pilates teachers, they will use contemporary as the method that work with the rehab clients.
Okay, so okay, now I have
So contemporary Pilates is like a little bit different from the classical Pilates.
one is the ongoing one, is it?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yes.
I have a little bit idea about this already. Okay, so I'm an athlete. Okay, I also have my own young athlete, youth athlete, right? That training under me. So can anyone do Pilates? Like for example, I would say that because I'm under athletics, so will can track and field athletes do Pilates?
Sure, definitely. Pilates method actually is great to work on everybody actually. So it's from those young athlete, those recovering from the rehabilitation, or even senior citizens.
Okay, so everyone can do Pilates. So, um, how Pilates training, right, can help people who just recover, for example, back injury.
Back injury. Currently, our studio actually is we do have our your back classes or private session as well for those have facing a lower back pain problem. Most of the time we will get the X-ray or any medical occurrence from the client. Those have just done their physiotherapy on the lower back. So they will come here, I will reassess again, and then we will start from the stability workout, and then we have flexibility and extension as well. So yes, definitely it will help on the lower back pain clients because we are working on deep core muscle.
All right. Okay. This is my own question. I have a Nintendo Switch, a console. The Nintendo Switch, a console, a game console. Yeah. There's one game called Ring Fit Adventure. Have you heard of it before?
Mm,
Okay. So the Ring Fit Adventure, right? They use the Pilates rings for
mm,
training.
mm.
So I would ask, is Pilates ring the training can compare? Do they can compare with strength training, that lifting weight and all? Is
Mm, I would say the both workout is different. Yeah, the weight training is different. Work training definitely require a lot of fat. Yeah, but Pilates is more into movement. We how to create the movement, how to create the stability, how to make the movement economy, effectively, efficiency.
meaning they're straight to the point.
Yeah. So these three is our how to help the client do it without pain. So if you compare to normal fitness, maybe they have a HIIT training, but proper alignment, proper positions on the movement, it will definitely hurt client as well.
So it means that
So
okay.
so Pilates is a slow movement, but in a dynamic way.
Okay, so it means that Pilates training, it still can build muscle, but in a different way of doing exercises, correct?
We will, the beautiful of the Pilates actually is that eccentric contractions.
Eccentric
So
contracts.
we are lengthening the muscle at the same time building a strength on the muscle. We protect the muscle when we do the movement.
Okay. Then I get it because I do play the Ring Fit Adventure, right? I find it a bit different from what we do in the weight training at the gym, because it more to like a eccentric movement. That one I know, because usually when we go to gym, right, more on the concentrate, we're more focusing on the squat instead of starting with a squat position into a standing position, something like this, to train your eccentric movement.
Mm,
Correct?
yep.
Okay.
So mention about the weight training, usually we are working with the equipment, but Pilates wasn't working with equipment. We are call these apparatures. When we call it apparature, actually yeah, you are using this apparature. You are yourself to guide yourself inside the apparatures. But the equipment is different. The equipment is work on you, and this one is reverse. Yeah, you are working on this equipment. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Understand.
for the spring, and it's a spring when you extend, and at the same time you protect your muscle to move in a better way and protect your muscle, building a strong muscle, toning. Definitely will build big muscle. That's why a lot of ladies love this workout.
Okay. I think I need to find a time after MCO. I will go to pay a visit to your center. Okay, Daniel. So, what is your 2021 plan? In despite MCO, CMCO that keep coming back, the COVID cases is still getting higher and higher.
Yeah. Uh, Definitely will be very tough for the past year 2020. This year we are planning to expand our studio into group reformer classes. I think another one week our reformer will be arrived. There will be additional 4 reformers here. So I'm very happy that finally we have a good reformer class, but only in the 4 reformers. We are not going to do more than 4 reformers. At the same time, we have one Cadillac reformer here for rehabilitation clients. That is right now what we are planning, and we will also involve in a neurological neurological cases like spinal stroke, and also some osteoporosis cases coming soon. Definitely more time to recruit more members and also instructor with it, because in Malaysia we have very limited Pilates teacher who is specialist in this area. Right now, I'm a specialist in lower back and also scoliosis cases.
Okay. Well, thank you, Daniel, for sharing your session today, for sharing your experience based on the Pilates in sport conditioning. And that's all for today's episode of Coach Talk Season 1. Thanks for listening. And thank you again to Daniel for joining me today and again sharing his view on Pilates in sport conditioning. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode, and like and share our video. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.